Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video I have my first aid makeup look for 2017. If you're interested to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. So to start off, I'm moisturizing my skin using Benigma moisturizer. This moisturizer contains bee venom, which helps with anti-aging and fine lines. I will be doing a full video on this moisturizer soon, so keep a lookout for that. To prime my skin, I'm using the Benefit Professional Primer, and I'm just applying that in the T-zone area. For foundation, I'm using Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 4.5. This is the second time I've used this foundation and I'm actually really liking it. It's very skin-like looking and it leaves your skin looking flawless. So I'm just using my beauty blender to apply that all over my face. For concealer, I'm using Tarte's Shape Tape in the shade Light Sand. And I'm just applying that under my eyes and the high points of my face. So the bridge of my nose, my forehead, the cupid's bow and my chin. And again, I'm using my beauty blender to blend that out. To set that all in place, I'm using the RCMA No Color Powder on my beauty blender. And then grabbing my Australis Fresh and Flawless powder in the shade Natural and my A22 Anastasia brush, and I'm just dusting that away. I don't want it to sit there for too long. Using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to prime my eyelids and my 142 Concealer Buffer Brush by Zoeva, I'm just buffing that into my skin. Using my A10 Anastasia brush, I'm using the RCMA No Color Powder to set that all in place to prepare my lids for eyeshadow. For today's look, I'm using the Tarte Pro palette and I'm grabbing the shade Innocent on my E40 Sigma brush. This is from the Copper Ultimate set. And I'm just applying that in the transition area, making sure to blend it out as much as possible. Using the A10 Anastasia brush just to blend out the edges. Picking up the shade Whimsy on the same E40 brush and just deepening up the crease. And then grabbing the shade Drama on my 227 Definer brush by Zoeva, and I'm just applying that in the crease area. Making sure to blend it out as much as possible. Grabbing my 228 Zoeva brush with the shade Mod, and I'm applying that to the top of that darker shade that we applied just in the transition area to add a bit of pinkiness. Picking up my F70 concealer brush and some Shape Tape concealer, I'm just mapping out where I want to carve out the cut of the crease. So because I have hooded eyes, I want to try and keep the concealer, so the cut, just above my fold so that it doesn't hide it when I do open my eyes. Grabbing my E55 Sigma brush and I'm grabbing the shade Minx from the palette, which is a very shimmery plum shade, and I'm applying that to the outer V of the eye, and then grabbing the shade Glam and I'm applying that to the inner corner towards the center of the eye. Then picking up this small Inglot fluffy brush and just blending out the center to create a nice transition. I've grabbed my E40 Sigma brush with the shade Whimsy on it and just run it lightly on my lower lash line because I hate seeing them bare. And then picking up the gel liner by Tarte Cosmetics and I'm just creating a wing with the brush that comes in the pack. I really can't tell you guys if I like it or not, this eyeliner, just yet, because I've been using the Motives gel liner for so long that I'm so used to the formula, and this is a very different formula, so I'm just going to use it a bit more and see how I go. Grabbing the Essence Long Lasting Black Eyeliner, I'm just applying that to the waterline. And then picking up the shade Whimsy again on the E40 brush and just running that on the lower lash to create a nice transition in shades. I've gone ahead and picked up on my 227 the shade Mod, and I'm running that also on the lower lash line. So I want it to be very smoked out. And then picking up the shade Vamp on the small fluffy inglot brush and just running that also on the lower lash line. And then grabbing my Sigma E20 small shader brush with the shade Punk, and I'm just applying that to the lashes to blend out the lashes and the liner. And then on my 227 I've picked up the shade Mod again, and I've just run it lightly. Grabbing the shade Trendy on my E20 Sigma brush, I'm just applying that to the inner corners on the lower lash, and then I will go ahead and apply some Fix Plus to make the shade look a bit more foiled. For lashes, I'm using Benefit Roller Lash and Majesty Queen lashes, and for bronzer I'm using my Benefit bronzer and my Tools of Cleopatra brush to apply that. To contour my nose, I'm using my Anastasia contour brush. This is the A12 and the Benefit Hoola bronzer. And I'm just applying that to the nose and then going over it with the Beauty Blender. To highlight, I'm using my A23 with the Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette. I've been loving this highlighter actually, it's really beautiful. I'm just applying that to all the high points of my face that I want to highlight. And of course a Cupid's bow. Just applying some RCMA no color powder under my contour just to sharpen it up a little bit. Now grabbing my Sigma Nymphia Aura blush, and I'm applying that with my Inglot blush brush. And just dusting away the bake under my contour with my Anastasia A22 brush. For lipstick, I'm using my Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Bombshell. And I've just lined my lips with it and then applied it all over. And to set all that in place, I'm using my MAC Fix Plus spray. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!